We're live. Let's give it another go. Okay. Hold on, Tanya. We'll give this another go. So welcome if you've joined us for the second time or sneakily for the first time and I'm no longer sounding like a robot. Hopefully you have. So I'll just check with Tanya before I carry on. Otherwise, I'm going to continue to torment you. Okay. Sound is good. Right. So welcome again. As I said in the beginning, all you cool cats and kittens. I love being here on a Wednesday. It's a bit of fun and we get to go through some stuff. So let's jump straight into it. We've got some photos of all sorts of different things. That is a photo of a wisteria tree or a wisteria vine in Dave's garden, which is pretty cool. I think this is on a loop. It hasn't started from the beginning. That's probably the end of the loop, which doesn't bode very well, does it? Okay, let me go back to me and see if I can line up those photos so they loop round a little bit. Loop, yes. Okay, let's try again. So that's Ben playing a bit of Wii at home. That is a tea party. I was going to say a Chimps tea party. That's Wednesday Cafe at the very sophisticated Wilkinsons. Bit of DIY from Dave Regan's house. A lovely bit of tiling and first bit of tiling, which I think is massively impressive. Always a good shot of a piece of meat from James Reed's barbecue. So that's quite cool. And a few more sausages because you can never have quite enough of James Reed's barbecue. What else have people been doing this week? Oh, if you're a bit back into vegetarian, those are Dad's tomato plants. So he's very pleased to have some tomato plants. And normal service is renewed as he tries to finish off the most challenging jigsaw puzzle in the world. So that's a good and then we're back to the wisteria vine, which we saw at the beginning. So that's good. Technology is working well. Those are things to be thankful for, to bless God for. As I say, rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. And also, this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. It's this day. It's this moment. It's this stopped raining. The sun might come out again. And so it's good to be thankful for all sorts of things. What other things have people been sending me? This is a cool little video, I think, if I can get it lined up, from Paul and Hong, who seem to have a very adventurous life.
Hey.
So,
me here. Look at me. Hi, beautiful. Come on, come on. Yes. You make your tail. You stretch your tail. Make you a beautiful one. Come on, do something. You're beautiful. Hey. You are beautiful. Oh, 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 oh. Then he found the voice.
You jump when it does make a noise.
no, I know what you were waiting for. You were waiting for it to go at the end and show its tail feathers. It didn't do that, but fortunately I've got one of those shots that I took from my holiday in Australia, and that's kind of what it should have looked like if we could get it to do it. But I had to torment that quite a lot to get that a peacock to do that, and Hong was trying her hardest, but hey, not quite getting there. So she might go back and give that another go. So that's a bit of fun that people have been doing. Keep sending me stuff, anything, DIY projects, whatever's going on, because it's fun just for people to see each other and imagine what we're all doing in each other's spaces. I was doing some all sorts today, but I packed it all away so you can't see that. So right, we had a good idea this week. Someone came up with a fiendish maths problem. they were set this for their homework. Let me see if I can transition. So this is a question that Ellie got given for her maths homework from school. And I'm going to leave it on the screen for a little while. You can go back to it and have a look at it. But basically, it's pretty tricky. Even if you understand what it means. P and Q are two numbers as such that P is greater than Q. And so we go on. It's about ratios. And we're going to throw a maths problem up for you and we're going to see if we can get it solved by next week. So send me the answers if you know it. There'll be bonus points for the first one who gets through. So if you're into maths, dial that up again, have a look at it. I think it turned out that it wasn't supposed to be for Ellie. It was supposed to be slightly higher maths grade, and I must admit I struggled quite a lot to get the answer, and had to Google it in the end. So have a go. I'm sure there's some wild brains out there, and so we're going to see. We'll see if we can get a video of Russ giving us how to do it at the end. So we're all learning. At the end of this, we're going to be more intelligent. Keep going, homeschoolers. You're doing a great job. One of the other ideas that came up was Peter Kember said, why don't we share some of the recipes that we're doing and put out different recipes? So he sent out one last night, which you might have got by email. And if you've got any more, fire them to Peter or me, but mostly to Peter. If they come to me, I'll give them to Peter, and then we're gonna fire them around so that we can try out a few recipes. And if you've done one, however bad it is, this is like kind of celebrity bake-off, you know, we want to see what it is. I'm not suggesting these are bad, but these are wild garlic muffins that Tanya cooked. So varying sizes, which is often what happens in our kitchen. But that is real wild garlic. I contributed by picking the wild garlic, and Tanya contributed by doing everything else. So if you've got some of that stuff, then show us your cooking triumphs and your cooking disasters. We love them all, and it's a bit of fun. So what else is going on? I was speaking with the clergy this week, and Christian Aid Week is coming up. And we were sort of saying, well, what do we normally do? And many of the parishes in Clevedon, they go out, they collect, they go from door to door. Obviously, that is not available at this point in time. So Martin from East Clevedon has come up with a bit of a really good idea, which is to take one country specifically, it doesn't matter what it is, look at it and decide to cook a meal between the 10th and the 16th of May, to cook a meal in that cultural style. So if it's India, it could be a curry. If it's I'm not going to go through them all because it could be Mexico, it could be whatever. But to cook a meal, take a photo of that meal and send it to Martin or send it to me so I can put it up. Pray for that country. Because we're here, we've got technology sort of works, we've got lots of amenities, but for third world countries, if they lock down, it means virtually instant starvation and instant loss of income. There's no government subsidies, there's no people delivering food parcels. It is a real challenge. So as we are kind of looking to get out of this lockdown and get back to doing other things, think about some of the third world countries where they're still struggling, and particularly if you can support Christian Aid, that would be really, really good. So what else have we been doing? Well, at the end of Sunday, I often mention about a Zoom call, and for some of you that you know what that means, you've done it, and for others you're still, I don't know about this technology. It is very secure. I know there's been a few instances where people have jumped into the uninvited, but we have made sure that's not really going to happen. I let everyone through from the waiting room so they can't get in and disturb the meeting. And this is a picture of Sunday's end of Sunday Zoom call where we were all waving to each other, and you can see quite a few friendly faces there as we were all saying goodbye. We don't try and have a conversation like that in one mass thing. We divide up into groups, into threes, and we give that a go. So if you are, if you, that looks like fun and you would like to get more involved, but you don't really know how to do it, then Pete from Werther's has offered his help desk. Sam, who's a great guy for helping you with any problems, will ring you up if you need to, talk you through how to get onto Zoom, test it out. He can even take over your computer if you let him. And but mostly he will allow you. He will just talk you through very calmly and sensibly how to download Zoom, how to get onto it, how to join a meeting, and so that you can feel a bit more connected. Obviously, it's not the only format. You know, ring each other, email. You can use any of the other formats because, you know, it's good. We want to be in touch with each other. I know there's lots of other people connecting in different ways, and Judy and Pete are doing a lot of poetry, and they're doing some poetry online. So if you go onto Facebook, if you're part of Facebook and look up Mixed Spice at 65, you can see their poetry pages and then get involved, and they do live broadcasts as well. So, you know, if you're missing hearing some of that creative stuff, then dive in and get involved with them. So yeah, we've been talking about being blessed. We are blessed. God continues to want to bless us. And yeah, you know, I know that throughout the Bible, every time you read the Bible, it's God's heart to want to bless you and to want to bless you in everything you're doing. If you've had a great day and you've got something to be thankful for, if you've had a really challenging day, hey, tomorrow is another chance for God to bless you. And so I just want to quickly pray this blessing over us, and yeah, as I say, send me through stuff, keep firing me stuff. I love seeing it, and most of it we put up and share with each other. I know we're still, you know, not sure when this is going to end, but join us on Sunday. It's going to be Mission Sunday. We're going to look at stories from around the world and different stories of the way that God is looking after people, and we'll be encouraged. And so if you can, tune in onto that. And yeah, let me just finish with this blessing, which is great from the New Living Translation. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace. That is a cool thing. I'll leave that on the screen and just let that sink in. Let the Lord give you his peace. He's smiling on you. He loves you, and he wants the best for you. So thanks again for tuning in. You know, if you're watching this again on repeat, brilliant. Hopefully I'll have edited out the bit at the beginning, and maybe I won't put any music on at the end just in case they catch me again. But hey, you keep learning. So have a great week, have a great day, and we'll see you Sunday hopefully. And yeah, stay safe. So bless you guys.